Yesterday we played a game against Coventry. All right, this Coventry team, at the start of the first half, we dominated Coventry, totally dominated the first half. But even with the domination, we were appearing as if we were forcing the match to be hard for us to play. We are not converting the pressing that we're doing in the first half. This Rashford here is trying to score. He can't score. Once he loses the ball, he leaves the ball to the opponents. He starts walking around. There's nothing he's doing to regain the possession of the ball. There are a lot of things that happened yesterday that really just showed how Manchester United has become a joke of a club. And it's very embarrassing for a big team the size of Manchester United, a big team that has very rich history, to play against Coventry, a team in the, I think, 7th or 8th position in the championship side. A team which is struggling to come to the Premier League so that it can play with Manchester United in future. That's a dream for them, to play in the Premier League, right? And so it's one of the most embarrassing games that was played in the recent past. A team the size of Manchester United playing against a team in the championship side and almost bottling the semifinals to a championship side team. Let me talk about the inconsistencies in the refereeing of these matches. The game Manchester City played against Chelsea, there was a very, very clear penalty that was denied for Chelsea. And that same issue occurred yesterday when we were playing against Coventry, where Bissaka's hand touched the ball. And because of the decisions, Bissaka caused a penalty for Manchester United, right? So the inconsistencies in refereeing of these games is one thing that is hurting Manchester United really, really bad. And it's been like that for the longest part of this season. Marcus Rashford should just leave Manchester United at the end of this season. There's nothing he's doing to improve himself. Nothing he's doing to improve the performance on the pitch. And so it's been like that for the rest of the season since the season started. I mean, last season he tried to show that he can play very well, that he can score. But this season, since the beginning of the season, he's been delivering stinkers. A stinker after a stinker. And it's been worse all through till yesterday. So he tried to emulate what what Saka from Arsenal does. When the game appears hard, then he'll try to limp around so that the managerial staff can take him off the pitch. And that's what happened to him. He felt a hamstring injury and he was out of the pitch. And so there came new players. Speaking of the new players that came on the pitch, the decisions made by the coaching staff and the manager were very, very weird decisions. Looking at the substitutions that were made in the second half, the substitutions that led to 2 goals within 8 minutes by the opponent team, which is Coventry, the manager took out Maino. He also took out Garnacho, whereby he should have taken off Rashford instead of taking off Garnacho. Right? That's the second worst decision the manager has made. And that happened. The same thing happened with Chelsea, where they subbed off Maino and Garnacho, and we ended up losing the game. And so yesterday it was almost similar, but because it's a semi-final and one has to win, right? We went all the way through the penalties, and it's the penalties that put us where we are right now. But the way we are playing, if at all we will carry the same performance to the final, then it will mean that Manchester City will totally crush Manchester United really, really badly, because the way we are performing is not the standard of playing a final, totally, right? So this is just my view on the games, on the game that we played yesterday. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. If you're watching this from a different platform other than YouTube, please head over to YouTube and search for Silver Sports and subscribe, right?